Conference Committee on House Bill 4437 will come to order. Will the clerk please take attendance?
Chair Whitwer,
Here.
Representative O'Neill, Representative Leitner, here. Senator Anthony, here. Senator McCann, Senator Bumstead. Here. Madam Chair, all members are present.
Thank you. Before we get started, I want to make sure to thank both House and Senate Fiscal, all the staff that have helped us get here today. The Conference Committee will take up House Bill 4437, CR-1. I'd like to introduce Kevin Korstra from House Fiscal. He's going to give us a short overview.
The total amounts for House Bill 4437, CR-1, for fiscal year 24 totals $57.4 billion gross, $13.4 billion general fund. The 23 portion is $5.4 billion gross and a negative $57.2 million general fund. I will be working very briefly and quickly through our summary and analysis, which should be available on our House Fiscal website. And again, I will only be highlighting the significant changes. There were points of difference between the House and the Senate. The first one, within the Department of Education, the conference would include $40 million of school aid fund to construct a new dorm for the Michigan School of the Deaf. Within general government, there's a total of $200 million deposited into the budget stabilization fund, $100 million in 24, $100 million within fiscal year 23. For the Secretary of State, the conference would include $46 million for Proposal 1 and Proposal 2 implementation costs. Within DTMB, the conference includes a $287 million general fund deposit into a Make It in Michigan fund that could be used as state match for various federal funding opportunities, including IJA, CHIPS, and the Inflation Reduction Act. Within the 23 supplemental, there's an additional $50 million directly appropriated. For revenue sharing, the conference includes $37.2 million gross for a 5% ongoing, 2% one-time increase for statutory revenue sharing. The 2% one-time is allocated for public safety initiatives. Under Treasury, the conference includes $35 million for local retirement pension and healthcare benefit premium payment grants. Under HHS, conference includes $140 million gross, $50 million general fund to increase direct care wages and non-clinical staff and nursing facilities by 85 cents an hour. Also under HHS, the conference includes $30 million of general fund for crime victim rights sustaining grants to ameliorate reductions in federal and state restricted funds. Conference in HHS includes $280 million gross, $65 million general fund to increase the number of certified community behavioral health clinics, or CCBHCs. Conference includes $80 million of general fund for various one-time health programs for behavioral health. Conference includes $50 million gross for racial disparity initiatives, $60 million for drinking water projects, $150 million gross, $40 million general fund for various Medicaid rate increases, $60 million general fund for health-related one-time programs under HHS. Under LEO, there is $1 billion of general fund for community, economic development, healthcare, public infrastructure, and public safety programs, all itemized in our summary. LARA does include the executive proposed amount of $72 million for the Indigent Defense Commission costs. Under transportation, the conference includes $288 million of one-time general fund for intermodal, local bridge, critical infrastructure, and new technology projects. Again, all itemized in our summary. Within the supplemental, a couple to highlight. There is a $350 million deposit of state fiscal recovery within Department of Corrections for payroll costs to offset a like amount of general fund. Under EAGLE, there is $233 million of federal state fiscal recovery funds for water infrastructure projects, $100 million of general fund for contaminated site cleanups. Under HHS, there's $190 million for home and community-based services enhancements and expansions, $35 million for local water affordability, $25 million for pre-weatherization, $28 for senior centers. In Leo, there's $70 million to change the reconnect age threshold to 21. Also within Leo, there's $1.6 billion of federal funding for the deployment and access of broadband. In Leo, there's $150 million of general fund to restart efforts for the Palisades nuclear power plant. Under DNR, there's $64 million for the Brandon Road Interbasin, $23 million for Belle Isle Park, $23 million for the Flint State Park. And this omnibus would also include the Natural Resources Trust Fund as a supplemental article, and that totals $23.3 million.
Thank you, Kevin. I neglected to also thank LSB drafters and the printing staff. They've been burning the midnight oil for us also, so I appreciate all that they've done. Are there any questions or comments? Okay. Seeing no further discussion or amendments, Senator Anthony moves to adopt CR 1 for House Bill 4437. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chair Whitwer?
Yes.
Representative O'Neill? Yes. Representative Leitner? Yes. Senator Anthony?
Yes.
Senator McCann?
Yes.
Senator Bumstead?
Yes.
And Madam Chair, you have sufficient votes.
Thank you. The conference report is adopted. Members who voted to adopt the report, please remember to stay and sign the adopted conference report. The conference committee will now go at ease at the call of the chair.